Morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Happy post-Christmas. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. All right. I need to figure out how to get these buttons to work again. It's not that I forgot how to do my job. We've had some studio issues as of late, and yeah, that one thing ain't working. But that's all right. We'll survive. Just got to get through Monday and roll into the new year, 2026. Hopefully, it'll be a good one. And yeah, I hope you had a great Christmas holiday. Mine went pretty well. Got it done. Got Christmas done. It was a little bit hectic toward the end with having to put things together. Sometimes having to put things together ends up being much more of a task than you anticipate, but got the job done. Had a great time. Just wish I would have got a little bit more rest over the weekend because I did not want to get up today and come to work, but I'm here. So we'll get through it together. And hopefully there's some fun stuff in the news for us to talk about to get this program rolling. And in the meantime, I'll work on figuring out a workaround for this button situation. Should hopefully be pretty easy, but doubt it. But I'll figure something out. Definitely looking forward to new music in 2025. We talked about some of the new albums coming next year last week. Like Poppy will be putting something new out in just a few weeks, so that's pretty exciting. Anyway, morning to you, or afternoon or evening, whenever you happen to be listening to this show, if you're catching it on demand. And what was I going to dig into here? Oh, people were asked online, what's a harmless habit people judge way too much? Some of these things I didn't realize people were judged for them, because they do certainly seem pretty harmless. Like right at the top of the list, napping during the day. What, somebody going to call you lazy? I wish I could. I must have some kind of guilt about this one, because I know when I'm going to lay down and take a nap, I'm like, I could be getting some things done. Today, I got a lot of crap I got to do around the house after work. I'm not looking forward to it. I would much rather take a nap. Nothing wrong with taking yourself a nice nap, all right? Do it if you can. But again, I should have done that yesterday. Did I? No, I sat around and played a little bit of Red Dead. That's what I did. But I did go to bed at a reasonable time, so that was good. Still wish I could just take a nap, though. All right. Pretty much always feel that way on a Monday morning. Like nothing sounds better than a nap. Needing alone time. Do people judge that? Like yesterday, that was one of those days I'm like, no, I can't deal with people. I'm not going anywhere. Hiding at the house. No public for me. Just, maybe it was post-holiday, just crash, but no people. I think I'm still feeling that way today. But that's also probably because it's Monday morning. Let's see here. Continuing to enjoy things that you enjoyed as a child. Like what? Video games? Stuff like that? Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I don't know. There's probably some things I could, if I sat here and racked my brain, that I'd be like, nah, you shouldn't, It's pretty cringe to still be doing that as an adult, but whatever. Teach their own. Going to the movie theater by yourself. Another thing I didn't realize people were judged for. I have tried to go to the movie theater by myself. It doesn't work out for me. All right? I end up just crashing out. Falling asleep in the theater. It's embarrassing. So yeah, you can feel free to judge me if I go to the movie theater by myself, because I'll probably end up getting that nap in that I always refuse to get in at home. I just realized I had a dream that the bosses got us hooked up somehow here with free movie tickets for every movie that came to theaters. And I was like, that's pretty cool. That was just a dream. Yeah. I think I'd just take more money. Then I'll go to the movie theater myself. All right, spending time at home. People judge for that. There's no better place to be than home. Seriously. if I have the choice pretty much of going anywhere or being at home, a lot of the time, most of the time, I'm going to be like, I'd rather just be at my house relaxing. Again, I didn't realize people were judged for these things, like going out to eat by yourself. I don't know. That's one that I'm not personally into, but like Josh from Classy, he loves it. Told me he loved it. Go to Texas Roadhouse and you get all the rolls to yourself. There are some good reasons to go out to eat by yourself. You know, hit up a Mexican restaurant. All the chips and salsa, it's all yours. Heck yeah. Sleeping in late or going to bed late, I certainly don't judge that. If you can sleep in late, do it. Take advantage of it. You know, and staying up late can be fun too. Only problem is, you know, you start waking up earlier than you'd like if you're in a, what's the word I'm looking for here? When you're on a schedule. When you're in a routine of waking up early. I mean, mine's a forced routine. If you think I want to get up at 5, you're crazy. But pulled it off today. Didn't want to, but here I am. Yeah, I don't think anyone should judge any of these things. I think most of these things, you can do them. Go for it. All right, we are going to take a break. I'll see what other things I can dig up to yap about, and yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Well, it can be terrifying and just awful when you've got an animal that is missing. Yeah, you might recall last year, at one point, my cat, Lucy, she just disappeared for a couple days. And she was little. It was about this kind of weather outside, just freezing. And I was devastated. You know, ended up finding her in the neighbor's garage once I started going door to door. That's the proper way to find your animal. Put up some missing posts in the local groups. Check with the local animal shelter. You know, make sure you've got your animals chipped. You can even get a tracking device you can put on them. Like an Apple AirTag collar. That's what I got for Lucy now. What you don't do is what this guy in Salt Lake did. And I'm guessing he was lying. You know, I don't know if his dog was really missing or not, but he was trying to, quote, create a scene so police would help him find his dog. So at about 4 a.m., he just started smashing car windows and breaking windows to multiple apartment complexes, caused damage to a water fountain, multiple vehicles, and other miscellaneous decorations and items throughout the lobby of one of these apartment complexes. Also had some can of opened fuel. I don't know, they said it was a blue can. I don't know what kind of fuel it was. Thankfully, didn't start any kind of fires. But when they found the guy, initially, he's like, I don't know why I did it. All right, it's 4 a.m. I'm guessing the guy was under the influence of something. You know, maybe a little bit angry. Or maybe he just really was missing his dog. But you're not going to be able to get the cops to help you find your dog, like, to begin with. I don't think. They've got other things to do. But certainly, if you start smashing windows and breaking things and pouring some type of fuel on, it looks like stairwells, yeah, they're not going to be very happy about that. They're not going to help you find your dog. So take the common sense route and these kind of things. Don't be like Jonah Singer of Salt Lake City, who is, I would imagine, still in jail. What an idiot. All right. Hope your Monday's going good so far. You know, we're getting closer to the new year. Hope you've got some fun plans ahead. Maybe I'll see if there's any fun events going on and let you know about them. But we'll continue on with this program. Let's crush Monday. Let's get it over with quickly so we can get back to, holiday relaxation. Oh, speaking of bad omens, want to go see them for free? Of course you do. And we are hooking up tickets to see Bad Omens. Going to be hitting up the Delta Center in Salt Lake Sunday, February 22nd, along with some other pretty cool bands, Beartooth and President. It's the Do You Feel Love Tour. Tickets on sale now, but nothing beats going for free. So, what you need to do is listen for the bad omen sounder. It's very obvious. You'll know it when you hear it. It tells you to call. So when you hear us play that, be caller number 20 at 208-535-1015, and we will hook you up with a pair of tickets to Bad Omens, Beartooth, and President, live at the Delta Center again February 22nd. Giving away those tickets all week, so listen carefully for that sounder, be caller 20, and we'll hook you up. If you don't win, buy tickets, because it'll be an awesome show. You know, it's really cool to see that Bad Omens has gotten to the point they are playing the freaking Delta Center. Crazy that just a few years ago, I was watching them open for Under Oath and Spirit Box at the complex, and we even had them in studio. Now they are headlining the Delta Center. Very, very, very cool. So go see them. They're awesome. You know that smell when you're walking through the fair and you can smell like the scones and just that carnival smell of delicious fair food? Do you think you could ever get sick of it? Well, apparently one community has, because a Dunkin Donuts factory has just been stinking up the neighborhood for months and months. Neighbors complaining of overwhelming donut smell in Massachusetts. The guy's like, my house smells like donuts all the time. It's distracting and it's heavy. I mean, it could be so much worse. You could live next to like a sewage treatment plant or something. Maybe a, animal processing facility. Donuts don't sound that bad to me. But I don't know, maybe any smell, you smell it for like months and months, probably does get old. But again, it could be so much worse. So, yeah, they're calling on the local authorities to do some investigating, worried about air quality surrounding the plant. What if it was really dangerous, the donut smell, and it just killed you dead? Killed by donut smell. Well, again, there's a lot worse ways to go. Just drift off to sleep. The fresh smell of donuts pouring into your head. Now, I would imagine it would get pretty old, so hopefully they can get the problem figured out so that people can just go back to smelling, I don't know what, dog crap in the neighborhood, local farms. So, a lot of good stuff out to watch right now. Been making my way through the latest episodes of Stranger Things. Got one more to go, and I'm enjoying them just fine. Seems like mixed reviews online, but I don't know, it seems fine enough to me. I was enjoying them. Also been watching Welcome to Derry, which is a prequel to the Stephen King story It, and they've just done an amazing job with this. If you're a Stephen King or horror fan, I think you'd really enjoy it. Pretty good stuff. I need to finish it. I think I've got like 4 or 5 episodes to go. But relating to Stephen King and Stranger Things news, a few years ago, it was announced that the co-creators of Stranger Things, the Duffer Brothers, they were going to be adapting the Stephen King story, The Talisman, for Netflix. Well, now apparently that's been canceled. Lame. That is so lame. You'd think with how many big Stephen King things happened this year that Netflix wouldn't have dropped this series, but I guess the Duffer Brothers are moving on to a different company, Paramount or something like that. And so I guess the Talisman, it's just kind of up for grabs to, whoever wants to take the series on. Hopefully somebody good will get their hands on it, and make it into something awesome like Welcome to Derry. The Talisman's one of my favorite Stephen King books. One of the most recent books I actually read. Need to get back to reading. Hoping to make that a goal for the new year. Time to set those New Year's resolutions. And one of those is definitely do more reading. Because it's good for the mind. It's relaxing. And I have been sucking in that realm of, good, healthy hobbies. So, gonna have to finish up Black House, which is the sequel to the Talisman. And, you know, if you're a Stephen King fan and a Talisman fan, at least Stephen King is writing Talisman 3, and I think he's about done with it. So, yeah, I was bummed to read this news. I figured after Stranger Things, then we'd have the Talisman coming, but I don't know. I don't know what there's going to be to look forward to, but I would imagine we got some good entertainment options coming our way in 2026. So maybe I'll look up upcoming releases, see what we got. And I got a message from one of our listeners that earlier I said Happy Tuesday. I guess I'm just being optimistic. The show is not pre-recorded. I'm here doing it live. I'm just dumb. Today is sadly not Tuesday. Today would be Monday. So thank you for the correction. I might have jumped on and said Happy Tuesday again. I don't know why it's in my head that it's Tuesday. Again, just dreaming, apparently. All right, I got to get some freak news ready. I'll be back in a few with that. Don't go anywhere. Got your Monday edition of Freak News. Sadly, not Tuesday, as I stated earlier. It's early, people. And just coming off a holiday break. Cut me a little bit of slack. Speaking of the holidays, got the Salvation Army out, collecting coins and money and things like that, the bell ringers. All right, if you're a Florida man, you should not get hammered before going on the job to be a Salvation Army bell ringer. It's just guaranteed to come along with some problems, all right? Apparently, this guy, Stephen Pavlik, was hired to collect donations, but instead got wasted and started arguing with customers, disturbing them. That's what it says. Disturbing customers who pass by. So the manager of the store is like, "Hey, dude, what's your problem?" And the guy picked up the donation kettle tripod and tried to stab the man with it. Then he ran away, and the authorities later found him at his house. Still hammered. Took him to jail. I guess don't mess with the bell ringer, huh? Thankfully, no stories like that popping up around here. I think we've got some nice quality, tame bell ringers. Nothing to be worried about, and that's good. All right, what else here? The biggest story of 2025. What do you think it was? Well, according to Dave Barry, it was the drunk raccoon passed out in a liquor store bathroom. That was one that filled my entire social media feed one day. And I think it was a story everybody was needing, right? We've had a lot of doom and gloom in 2025. Thankfully, toward the end of the year, got a raccoon, fell into a liquor store, started breaking bottles, drinking the booze, and then they found him passed out just on the floor in the bathroom. And people love this raccoon. They just love it. So congrats on that raccoon making it as the biggest story of 2025. At least it was something good. Another big story in 2025 was the 3I/Atlas potential alien spacecraft. It was just a comet. What if it would have been an alien spacecraft? Then it would have definitely been the biggest story of the year, right? But what would have happened? They got articles floating around right now. Would we have been able to take on the alien visitors? Why do we immediately need to assume that they're going to be malicious? Well, probably because historically when you see people show up, make their way into other countries and things like that, we have a lot of history on this planet of conflict. So, if an alien spacecraft rolls into your yard, try to avoid just shooting at it, okay? Just kick back and hope for the best. But the gunfire, the fighting the aliens, it's just not necessary, all right? They might come in peace. They might. Even if we're not familiar with that idea. All right. I don't know if squatting is a major problem around here. People just moving into homes that are up for sale or something like that, and the homeowners can't get them out. A lot of times like the cops will tell you need to deal with this in civil court. Well, in Oakland, they've got ASAP squatter removal. The guy started a service because I guess it's a major problem over there, probably due to the insane cost of housing in the San Francisco area. But this guy, he does like a DIY eviction service, and he shows up, chases them out of the house with the ninja sword, then he'll manage to board up the place and live in there for a few days, making sure the squatters don't return, and he's prepared. Yeah. Hey, he's, like I said, he's packing a sword. And looking at the images from his website, this guy looks tough. I don't know. Hey, do you have some type of military or jiu-jitsu experience? Looking for a new gig? The guy's apparently making pretty good money. His services are being used, but it seems like a legal gray area to me. It seems like there's the potential there for major problems, but I guess we'll just keep you updated on further stories about that guy and his line of business, because I'm sure we'll hear more eventually. Anyway, I hope that Monday's going good so far. Let's crush it down, get it over with. Monday morning. Maybe you're listening to this on another day. If so, congratulations. Hope you made it through Monday all good. All right. Looks like Mix 106 in Boise, desperate for content. I'm guessing this has got to be a town square station, don't it? Let's scroll to the bottom here. It's got to be. Yeah. Town Square Radio. They don't really give a crap about what actually happens on the air. They just got their DJs trying to write viral articles on their websites. So they wrote this one called Armpit of Idaho, Tiny Idaho Town Victim of Online Backlash. And they start off by talking about some viral video for the town Wallace, which I've talked about Wallace. It's a cool little town in northern Idaho. And they go from just mentioning this Wallace video into, well, the reverse is happening, and one Idaho town is on the receiving end of a lot of online backlash, and they're showing screenshots from, I guess these must be Instagram comments, Instagram or Facebook. They don't link to the post, so I can't see where this originated from, but I can see that it says there were like 28 replies. Okay, I mean, these are getting a lot of clicks, some of them. One of them has 827 likes, and that would be the one saying, Pocatello is the armpit of Idaho. All right, I got to throw my support behind Pocatello. There are much worse places in Idaho than Pocatello, and Pocatello, I got to say, it's not that bad. It's my hometown. You've got access to tons of nature, like 5-minute drive up into the hills. You're out in the woods, and it's just beautiful up there during certain times of the year. You got City Creek, you got Cherry Springs. One person on here said Pocatello is turning into Compton. All right. I've driven through Compton. I've never stopped. But I don't think that that comparison's very accurate. Okay? Haven't spent as much time in Pokey as I have back in the day, recently. But also, it's spelled P-O-K-Y. If you're trying to talk about Pokey, you can always spot a transplant by spelling it P-O-K-I-E. What is up, Peaches?
We're saying Pocatello's the next Compton? Is that what you're saying?
That's what apparently people online are saying. Mix 106 out of Boise made this article about Pocatello just under fire online because they found some thread where people were trash-talking Pokey. Yeah. As far as I know, I hadn't seen that Pokey was currently under attack online, because this is the first I've heard about this.
Yeah, same here.
Now, somebody did mention the construction that's been going on for like 2 years. That is annoying, but that's called an upgrade.
That's very Compton.
Very Compton. Upgrading the freeway system to make it better. Yes, it takes forever, and that is annoying, but come on now. There are worse places in Idaho, and they call it a tiny town.
Now, if you were to say Burley's the next Compton of Idaho, then I would agree with you.
That's what I figured. If they were talking about the tiny town that's an armpit of Idaho, it's Burley.
That or Mountain Home. No, I'm kidding.
Mountain Home's a dump, too.
It is a dump, but nowhere in Idaho is close to Compton.
No, and Mountain Home is the worst named town in Idaho as well, because there's nothing mountainous about it. It's just the desert. It sucks if you've been through Mountain Home. You just keep going. It's like Burley.
What if I asked AI, what are the worst cities in Idaho?
Well, I bet because AI just scours the internet, this article, which popped up on my feed, is going to have an impact on that. It'll probably name Pocatello, thanks to, these highfaluters in Boise, desperate for content, coming up with this article here.
No, it says here, according to the recent crime statistics, these cities in Idaho have some of the highest violent and or property crime rates per capita.
Okay, let me guess. Caldwell.
That's number 3.
That's number 3. What do we got for Burley?
Burley's not on the list.
Burley's not on the list. Okay, I got to know who else is on the list.
Garden City is number 1.
Garden City, where my homie Nick lives. Garden City's basically, like the Chubbuck of Boise.
Highest violent crime rate in the state. High property crime rates.
Okay.
Rupert, number 2.
Okay, that's essentially Burley. Rupert is essentially Burley. They're like right by each other. Rupert's a dump too. Sorry to everybody listening in that area. You can move.
Caldwell.
You can. Caldwell. Yeah, I figured Caldwell would pop up. What others we got?
Twin Falls.
Okay, another Magic Valley dump. Twin Falls.
Then Idaho Falls.
Idaho Falls. How dare they?
Then Nampa.
Okay.
Then Pocatello. And then Payette. Is that how you say it?
Payette? Yeah.
And then Boise.
Okay. So Mix 106, why didn't you make that article? According to ChatGPT, these are the worst cities because they don't want to throw Garden City into the mix, which is part of their broadcasting area. Yeah, Mix 106, you suck. Pokey is not that bad. There are way worse places, and Burley should be on the list.
Well, I can guarantee you there would be tons of people in the comments going, oh, no, the east side Idaho, they've called out Garden City. So many people are like, I love it here. If you don't like it, get out.
I don't know. Garden City isn't a place you generally hear about being that great. I've been there many times because, again, my homie Nick lives there. It's close to downtown Boise. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's anything of note in Garden City, but it feels just as safe as it's Idaho. The worst places in Idaho are still nothing compared to like St. Louis.
Yeah, Compton still isn't all that bad anymore compared to how it used to be, but it's still Compton.
Yeah,
Inglewood is horrible. Most parts of downtown LA are downright awful. But any place here in Idaho is nowhere close to that.
But we've looked up the most dangerous cities in the U.S. tons of times, and it's always like, Memphis, Tennessee, top of the list every time. Detroit, St. Louis, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all cities way far away from here. And they're none of the like big cities that you always see named like L.A., New York, or Chicago. No, Memphis, St. Louis, Detroit, way worse.
Well, in those places, there's no Facebook group dedicated to calling out the homeless people or like tagging,
Tagging homeless people?
No, like tagging on the walls.
Oh,
not
okay.
tagging homeless people. But
I was like, who's doing that?
There's like one homeless person spotted by the Friendship Guard, and all of a sudden, there's people posting pictures of that person all over Life in Idaho Falls,
that?
saying, "Get rid of this guy."
What? That's horrible. They're down on their luck, and yeah, there are homeless people around here. Everybody, jeez, do you think they are loving it? Are they in the crime logs? Yeah.
Some might think they just want to be homeless and don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, right now, when it's 13 degrees outside?
Oh, it's freezing out there.
Sounds great. Yeah, I'd love to be living down by the river right now. That'd be wonderful, right?
Take a nice dip.
Yeah, why don't you... That's messed up if people are posting pictures of homeless people in Life in Idaho Falls.
I've seen a couple in the past. Not recently, but I've seen a couple in the past before. It's just awful.
Well, what's this person got to say? This is a risky time to take a call. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
So that homeless guy that you guys are talking about, the reason that blew up so much on Facebook is because he was over there doing hardcore drugs.
Okay. Yeah,
he was leaving needles everywhere there. That's why everybody was upset about him specifically.
Why didn't they call the authorities?
The authorities won't do anything. It was an election year this year. Nobody wants to touch anything like that because they're worried they'll lose votes. I fought this hand in hand with the city multiple times because if you go look at over behind the dog park, there's a whole homeless camp back there, and they throw mattresses in the river. They throw everything in the river, and it destroys our town. And I've tried bringing that up to them before. I even told them I'd help clean it up if they dropped off a dumpster, but they wouldn't do anything about it. And their exact words to me were, "It is an election year. We do not want to touch this."
I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look more into this because I haven't heard about any of this. It does seem like if there was a danger to the public and there's needles all over the place and things like that, in Idaho, it seems like the type of place that they'd go try to fix up the problem. But then also you have to have a place for these people to go.
You also need to take a look at Monrock. They did the same exact thing there. You still can't go out on any of those islands out there without stumbling across a used needle. They're everywhere out there. I go fishing out there all the time, and I haven't fished that spot in 5 years because of it.
Huh. Yeah, I don't... Where is Monrock?
It's where they shoot off the fireworks. It used to be called Monrock when I was growing up.
Okay, with the little cabin?
No.
That's Kiefer's Landing.
Yeah, that's Keeper's Island. I'm talking over where they currently shoot off the fireworks. Heritage Park area.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about there. But that's also private property, right?
Well, no, it's all a giant park. Parks are public property.
Well, Snake River Landing, I don't know if that's considered a public park. I'd have to look into that. But I know there are areas down there where there's no trespassing signs and things like that. So, but again, I don't get out much. So
yeah, you got to put down the Red Dead Redemption.
I know, dude. When it's 13 degrees, I'm riding the horse through the digital desert, pretending it's hot. I crank up that heat. I'm like,
hey man, I can't say anything because I've put about 50 hours into the Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough in the last week.
Heck yeah, I put in a couple hours yesterday. It was very nice. So.
Well, fair enough. Well, have yourself a wonderful morning, Victor, and tell Peaches I said hi.
Absolutely, man. Hope you have a great day.
You too.
Peace. All right, Peaches. Well, I still say, I don't know, maybe that led to some action, but I don't know about the public shaming of people. Just seems like, it's not helpful.
There's been multiple times, I think, homeless dudes have been posted in that group.
Yeah, I've seen people post the people at, Walmart.
Well, there's also one behind the library. That was the big one. I was thinking about the one guy behind the library that was just sleeping there, and someone took a picture and posted it.
He's like, you don't know the situation that got somebody there, so they probably don't need a public shaming. Now, if they are, endangering the community, let's get something done about it. But I don't know how posting in Life in Idaho Falls is going to help the problem. You got to contact the authorities.
We can do it as a publicity stunt.
Publicity. People go sleep in the snow?
Yeah, I'll go sleep out there. K-Bear blanket. So that they just see K-Bear 101 real big in a blanket. But then the company would get yelled at for not paying their employees enough money to be able to get out.
Maybe you're onto something there, Peaches. That's right. I can't afford a house.
Times are rough for a
Jade,
radio
are you
DJ.
listening? You listening? If you didn't hear, our team here at Riverbend Media Group recently did a full-on update of the hireeastidaho.com website, making it easier to find yourself a job. Like, for example, looking for a part-time retail clerk at Mimi's Mexican Market, looking for somebody bilingual who is hands-on, detail-oriented, and excited to help customers while managing a variety of tasks. If you go to the homepage of hireeastidaho.com, just click on featured jobs, and you can find out information about jobs such as that one. local companies. You're not having to filter through a bunch of crap like on some of the other websites. If you're looking for work, New Year approaching, check it out. The all-new hireeastidaho.com. Go give it a look. It's too early to see your stupid face.
It's always too early to see yours. It doesn't matter if it's early, late, midday.
Ugh.
It just sucks seeing your face.
Ugh. Yuck. That's what I say when you walk in. Just yuck.
That's what you say every time you see yourself in the mirror, too.
That's true. That's true. No lie there. How was your holiday weekend? No, you already told me.
Yeah.
It sounded wonderful.
Yeah, I wish I could do it every week.
Oh, man.
I did get a couple good nights of sleep, though. Or I didn't get out of bed until noon, which never happens.
I did get to sleep in a couple days, but the one day I wanted to was today.
Right?
And I just woke up over and over all night. It was aggravating. Like, I couldn't get comfortable. My back started hurting. Like, why? Why, when I'm rolling into a Monday, is this how it has to be? So stupid.
Right?
But could have been worse. Could have been your weekend. Jeez. And then we had some snow thrown in the mix, too. Everybody complaining forever. Where's the snow? Where's the snow? Well, I hope you're liking it now. It's cold as crap outside. It sucks.
7 degrees when I walked in this morning.
Oh, yeah, when I went out, because my garage is filled up with stuff. It's the first year I haven't
It's
been...
your fault.
I know. But it's the first year I haven't been able to park in the garage in a few years. And when you walk outside, it's very aggravating. You don't realize how nice it is to be able to park in the garage till all of a sudden you can't, and there's snow. I was very frustrated. And did I tell you I broke my snowblower?
Yeah.
With my brute strength?
Maybe did you break it again? Because I thought it wasn't working properly before.
Well, it wasn't working properly before. And then I was tinkering with it some more, and I was trying to get it to start.
You have no man skills. Why are you tinkering?
JD showed me how to tinker with it a few times, so I'm like, I can figure this out.
No, you can't.
But I went and I was trying to start it, and I just ripped the pull cord right out of it with my brutal strength. So,
Actually,
yeah.
it's probably just old and
Maybe
decrepit.
that's why my back was hurting. I shoveled. Shoveling when you are out of shape.
I just looked at the forecast and realized it's going to be 40 this week, so I'm not going to shovel.
See, it seemed like when I checked it, it looked like it was going to be cold as crap all week. I hate how the weatherman... Like, did you get any kind of notice we were going to get snow when it dumped?
No.
Me either.
It's supposed to be the next night or something.
Yeah, didn't hear anything about it. All right, I guess by the end of the week... Yeah, it's looking a lot better than the last time I looked at it. But they're talking about snow on Thursday and Friday. It's going to be warm, but snow. Gross. Nasty.
Yeah.
All right, we'll close that tab. I don't want to look at it. Anyway, those of you who've been complaining, you got your crappy weather. The streets are all, you drive down them and it's like, love it. It's so beautiful.
It is.
Could be worse though, man. I was reading about what coming the way of the Midwest, the polar vortex.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Ain't
Saw flooding in Washington, and then California had some. Mm-hmm. There's actually water in the rivers in California, which...
Like, doesn't happen.
Yeah, there's never water in the riverbeds of California.
Yeah, I saw Bill Manspeaker posting photos from the L.A. River, which is, always empty. So... Enjoy. It could be worse, everybody. Could be sitting in Minneapolis or something like that. Hope my family's doing okay over there. That would suck. Ugh. Well, Jade, I hope that you have a better day today. And I guess we're just back to business, huh?
Yep, I got more work for you.
I'm sure you do. But don't you realize I got some country music to listen to?
Coming up on a year.
It's almost there. It's so close. So close. All right, we'll be back. K-Bear, you're caller number 19.
Is that good or bad?
Bad. You want to be caller number 20. Good luck on the next one.
Thank you.
Thanks. K-Bear, what's up?
Not much. Just waiting for a store to open.
Waiting for a store to open. And I guess listening for the Bad Omen sounder as well.
That's right, yep.
Well, who's this?
This is Neil.
Neil?
Yeah.
Neil, congratulations. You're caller number 20.
Oh, nice.
Got a pair of tickets for the Bad Omens, Beartooth and President Show going down February 22nd. Hang on the line so I can get your information. Who's your favorite radio station, man?
K-Bear 101.
Well, hello, Peaches. What's
Hello.
up?
Nothing much.
Nothing much. Fantastic. Well, I hope that everything's going great for you on this fine Monday. I called it a Tuesday earlier, got corrected, of course, by a listener and was like, man, I wish it was Tuesday.
I listened to Aubrey's mom, and I thought there was a winner for the Powerball in Florida that one day. And so I announced there was a winner, and of course, that was when the K-Bear studio was broken. And so Jade, Jeff, and Logan were in here yelling, I sit on a throne of lies, this whole thing. But somebody in Arkansas won the 1.8 billion. Is it Arkansas or one of those AR or A states down there in the South? One of those.
Bummer. When are they doing the drawing for the Idaho lottery raffle? Have they already done that?
I have no clue.
Let's find out, because that's like your easiest shot at winning $1 million. Oh, they're doing it tonight. Doing it tonight. Now the tickets are sold out, so sorry. You know, if you didn't get in to win, 2 people will win. Well, technically $1 million, but then the government takes like half of it. But $500K, that wouldn't be too bad.
No, not at all.
I could pay off the house, any debt. Might be able to get myself a car, save on some gas.
Over our Christmas break, there was that story that came out where the guy sold his business for a huge chunk of money and then gave each of his employees a huge bonus of $443,000 each.
That would change pretty much anybody's life.
Well, they were saying they paid off their mortgages. They put it all in the savings for their kids for college and all this stuff. And
Yeah. If only all billionaires could just sell a little bit and help out their employees, right? That'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
That would be great. Us Peaches, we got to win the $1 million Idaho lottery raffle.
We had a raffle for a box of meat at our company Christmas party. That's what we had.
And as usual, I won nothing.
I won nothing, but everybody here who makes like the most money won the stuff.
Yeah, Becca got me some, Santa got me some lottery tickets
Becca
for Christmas. And there was like a couple $5 tickets, I think, and a $2 and a $1. Out of all those tickets, I did win $1.
Oh, I was about to say, hit the 0.0 button.
I was amazed. $1, I won!
I don't even turn those in. They just sit there.
That's what she was saying she did with them if they're dollar winners. I'm like, gather them all up. Let's bring them in and get like $20. $20 is $20. So, yeah, if you have a lottery ticket sitting around worth $1 and you just don't want them, you know, I'll take $1 at a time. Every bit helps in this day and age. You know, just trying to pay the electric bill with this freezing weather going on. Oh, it was cold this morning.
Yeah, I keep turning those heaters on, and this is.
You actually turned the heat on?
Well, Aubrey, of course, you know she wants me to turn them on, but then she'll leave them on in the room, and I gotta go back in there and turn them off. I'm like, new rule: anytime you walk into a room, you can turn the heater on, but anytime you walk out and you're done in there, turn it off.
Peaches, just year after year, no heat during the winter, just freezing at home.
We're getting a sealant for my door, for my patio doors too, just because it's the whole building's crappy and wind comes right through, the cold air comes right through.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Unlike this weather coming into your house.
But the one thing they love to increase is that rent.
Of course.
Every single month.
Of course. You know, landlord got to make that money.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they bought the places back when they were cheap.
And the landlord has over 300 buildings, so.
What?
It's not like they're hemorrhaging for money.
Yeah. And too busy, you know, to get out there and get some things fixed.
I knew for a fact that when they painted the building all white, that the rent was going to go up.
Because they made it look a little bit nicer outside. Mm-hmm. You know, so when you drive by, you go, hey, maybe I'd want to rent an overpriced apartment there. Place looks pretty well kept.
I do see a lot of those buildings around town, though, a lot worse than mine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's worse. There's worse than yours, for sure.
Pay $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and a what are the names? Like the Ivory, the Ivory apartment building. Ooh, it has cafe lighting over the playground.
That's right.
That's how you know it's fancy. And also, you get a whole gym, which is 1 treadmill and 2 5-pound dumbbells.
Oh, dude.
That's where you get access. Also, access to the clubhouse where there's a broken foosball table and some ping pong that nobody ever really wants to play. One table for board games for you and your friends.
That's right, dude.
Those are amenities.
Totally.
Covered parking, forget it. You don't need that. You need a swimming pool. It's only open half the year.
Well, good luck to all you gamblers out there. I did pick up a lottery raffle ticket. I'm sure it'll be like every year, money thrown away, but somebody wins this one at least. It's not quite like Powerball.
Logan was telling me, our IT guy, he was telling me about this app called Call Sheet, and I thought he said Call Sheet.
Oh, yeah.
It's Call Sheet, KALSHI, and the lady who started the whole app, she is now the youngest billionaire ever.
It's that gambling app where you can gamble on anything?
You can gamble on, I saw one of the questions, it was like, how many measles cases will there be in Florida by 2060? It's like this whole thing.
Well, since I always lose when I gamble, I'm not even going to look at it. That app's not up my alley.
I mean, sports betting's a huge part of it, but the political ones are funny. Like, who is Trump going to appoint for this position? And it's just,
yeah.
Maybe you'd be good at that. Who knows?
Well, okay, I'm not even going to comment.
You just know for politics overall, the dumbest decision possible, that's the favorable one.
Exactly. So, throw out random guesses. I don't know, some Fox News commentator. Let's put him in charge of the military or something like that. Oh, wait, that's what actually happened. Should have bet on it.
We're playing Cards Against Humanity with Aubrey's siblings.
Oh, that must have been interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting. A few of them can't read the cards. And so one of them said,
be careful.
Something about AI Gore.
Oh, AI Gore.
Didn't know who Al Gore was.
These kids these days.
AI Gore.
AI Gore. That's a good band or song name, maybe. AI Gore.
Sure. Write
songs about Man, Bear, Pig and things like that.
I did see this one lady on Twitter that was complaining about all these different bands that were using AI at some point. Mm-hmm. And she's like, congratulations, Catch Your Breath just added to my list. Because they announced a Japanese tour, but they used AI for the poster. It's very obviously AI, and all the people that are all anti-AI are screaming their heads off in the comment section.
Yeah, at this point, you just got to, move on. Don't get mad about it. It's just what it is.
You're going to cancel every band. I mean, her list had Ice Nine Kills, Electric Callboy, Bring Me the Horizon, Limp Bizkit. The list goes on.
Because it's not like the bands sit down and, have the time to hire individual artists. And, they have a team, and then the team hires somebody. You end up that person uses AI. It goes through all these channels, so by the time the band finds out about it, it's already been out there.
Yeah, Electric Callboy just used it as a joke to be like, we didn't have time to get Santa hats on ourselves, so we just used AI for it.
Did people get mad?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we used a fake AI host on Jank's show, Roxy Romance.
Yeah, that's her name.
And
she sounds sexy.
Even the crappy radio jock was mad at us till we were like, dude, we're trying to show how ridiculous it is. Well,
I do agree that most radio stations are not doing it as a joke.
No,
that's what he's trying to fight.
Yeah, they're trying to fool people into thinking it's a real person, and we clearly, with romantic dedications, and it's all like stop and go. It's very AI. It should be obvious that it's a joke, but some people don't get it.
Yeah, me and Josh on last week we were talking about AI taking over imaging for radio stations, ChatGPT. Because everyone's using the same script. Mm-hmm. I'm like, give me fun slogans for this radio station.
Yep.
So I was trying to figure out ways to make ours way different. And, you might hear some dumb stuff in the future.
All right.
That's all I can say.
I can't wait. Well, people, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Just hang on, all right? Some newer Lamb of God right there. Pretty funny news in the Lamb of God world over the weekend as well. This is why you should always check the band's website. If you're looking at concert dates, apparently StubHub kind of screwed up, and they had an event that was going on in South Carolina called Behold the Lamb of God. Now, during the Christmas season, you should always be leery of any events that have the words Lamb of God in them, because chances are they are not going to be a live show with Lamb of God. But StubHub used the picture of the band Lamb of God as well, so therefore it looked pretty legit. And a lot of Lamb of God fans got really excited, picked themselves up some tickets, and instead got treated to a nice, mellow Christmas presentation by Christian songwriter and author Andrew Peterson. So, all the other websites had it listed correct, but StubHub, they just threw up a pic of Randy Bly and co. And I guess some fans were very disappointed when they, didn't get to listen to crushing brutal metal and maybe get out in the pit, and instead had to sit back and listen to Christmas classics. Now, they did give people refunds under their Fan Protect guarantee, so that's good. But yeah, if it's Christmas time and you see something called Lamb of God, I think we have a local event that happens around Christmas time here every year that is called something like that. And we always just kind of laugh when you see the articles pop up because oh, check it out, Lamb of God's coming. But everybody knows, no, it's not that. So go to bands' websites, all right? Not a lot of bands touring during the holiday season. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind. If it ain't Trans-Siberian Orchestra, you might not be getting the show you're expecting. Well, just like concert tickets and concert listings, another thing you should always check and be aware of is that you know what you're drinking, okay? I was reading a story about a guy who was at an airport in Japan, and he was looking for a bottle of water. Now, they had some Korean bottles of clear liquid. I'm glancing at one here. I would guess it's water, but I don't read Korean, and either did this traveler. So, went ahead and purchased it. It was cheap. Seemed like, about the price water would be. And then he took a big swig, and it turned out to be soju, which is a horrible booze. Years ago, Jade visited China, and he brought back soju because it was so nasty. And when he's like, this is funny, try this horrible drink. Ugh. And the guy's like, I don't think Korean water is supposed to taste like this. Let me drink some more. No, I don't think he drank some more. He just posted about it on Instagram. And this isn't the first time this has happened to travelers. Because, again, looking at the bottle, it has a water droplet on it. I mean, I guess they're figuring out ways to sell it, but water is probably more popular than soju. Maybe that's why they put the droplet on there. Having trouble with them sales because, again, disgusting. Absolutely horrible. So just be careful in your international travels. You never know what you might swig down. You don't want to buy one of these for your kids or something. Here, have some water. Get arrested. Shamed publicly. All right, officially made it through Monday's show. I hope your morning is going all right. Hope it goes by quick and that you got a good day ahead. I still got more radio to do, though. Peaches and I'll do the noon hour of madness and mayhem, so don't you worry about that. We'll be back for that. Right now, gotta get ready for the Monday meeting. Ugh. Could be worse, though. I wasn't out walking in the park and got hit by an airplane. You might remember this story from a couple months ago. A deaf woman was walking her dog in the park, and apparently some small custom-made aircraft had to do an emergency landing. So they go to, land on this path in a park and just mow this lady down. Well, she's gonna be all right. Yeah, I think at the time we originally did this story, she was pretty seriously injured. I mean, she got hit by a plane. I can't imagine that's generally, just some minor scratches and bruises. Now, she had a broken spine, broken pelvis, plenty of cuts. Her dog was fine. But can you imagine? Never wanting to go to the park again. You're looking over your shoulder everywhere you go. Because what are the chances of getting hit by an airplane? You know, got to be pretty slim, so. All right, even though my back hurts, at least I didn't get hit by a plane. All right. I'll survive. And even though I'm tired, at least I didn't get hit by a plane. I'll survive. Can maybe sneak in a nap later. We'll see. Sounds so good. But instead, I'm going to go to the Monday meeting. Yay. Wish me luck, people. All right. I'll be back at noon. You have a great rest of your day. And I'll leave you with some new Avenged Sevenfold. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.